Good morning, everybody. This is Steve Fletcher with the Trumpet for My People. It's 10 a.m. here in Yucatan, Mexico, July 21st. I want to share an update with you guys about Ajalon. We were watching in Joshua chapter 10 how the moon stood still in the valley over the valley of Ajalon. Okay? The valley of Ajalon. This is in Joshua 10, 12 and 13. And then I did this video earlier today about the full buck moon moving into Capricorn over the next 18 hours. It's still going to be full when it moves into Capricorn. And then there's this comment that came through, and I just want to investigate this a little bit and look at this. Because this comment came in that when the Houthis struck Tel Aviv, which right now is accelerating because Israel has now retaliated against the Yemeni Houthis in Yemen, and they've struck the port of Yemen, and so this comment came in: the Yemeni Houthis also hit the Israeli town of Ajalon. Okay, so we've been talking about Ajalon. Okay, we've been talking about Ajalon, and this is the information we were watching. Ajalon means the valley of the deer field. Okay, it's all connected to a buck, to a deer, to a stag. It's all connected. Okay, and so I wanted to look at this and just confirm to you, or when I wanted to just look at this and see. The Houthis launched a deadly strike in Tel Aviv, evading Israel's defenses, and in a rare breach of Israel's multi-layered air defense system, a drone fired by the Houthi militia in Yemen slammed in an apartment building near the United States Embassy branch office in Tel Aviv early Friday. Okay? Early Friday. So this is, this is what we're talking about. We're watching July 20th, July 21st, and we're talking about Ajalon, and we're talking about the full buck moon. And now the Houthis are attacking Tel Aviv close to the United States Embassy. And this is confirmed here in another article. The Voice of America, U.S. Israel discussed drone strike by Iran-backed rebels on Tel Aviv. And it damaged buildings not far from the U.S. Embassy. Okay, so I wanted to find this on the map. Okay, and so here's the U.S. Embassy. This is Israel. Okay, let's see. I mean, in a general scope of things, if we look at all of Israel, and we look at where the drone strike hit in Tel Aviv, close to the U.S. Embassy. Okay. Here is the Ajalon Highway, the Ajalon Valley, the area of Ajalon, the field of the deer. Okay, so 24-minute drive. As the bird flies, I mean, hitting here within this area. It's very close. Okay, it's the same area, same general area. So I wanted to confirm that part of it. And then I wanted to address this next issue, that is, we were talking about the Antichrist and the full buck moon moving into Capricorn. And I want to talk about Ajalon and the connection to the tribe of Dan. And this is also another piece of information that I think we should understand. So if we go here to this article by Wikipedia, Ajalon Valley, okay? Ajalon Valley. So let's just read a little bit here and see what this says. But it's going to take us to the Battle of Joshua, where the moon stood still over the valley of Ajalon, okay? So let's look at this, and it's going to take us to the connection to the tribe of Dan, that Ajalon was given to the tribe of Dan. This is the tribe of the Antichrist. Ajalon Valley is a valley in the lowland of the Shephelah in Israel. The Ajalon Valley has been an important route connecting the coastal plain and Jerusalem for generations. Due to its location, several battles were fought in its vicinity. The Hebrew Bible gives the valley its name from Ajalon, a city that the tribe of Dan possessed before their migration to the north. In the modern period, ancient Ajalon was identified with the former village of Yelo at the base of the Betharon Pass, which preserved the ancient biblical name. Today, the Ajalon Valley is home to several kibbutzim and moshavim, including Shalvim, Mishmar, blah, 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 blah. I don't know about any of that. The valley is also home to Canada Park, a national park, the Yad LaSharon Armored Corps Museum in Israel. Okay. And the valley is also known Wow. Okay, here. The valley is also home to Canada Park, the Armored Corps Museum, Yad LaSharon, Mini Israel, the Latron Monastery, and Emmaus, Nicopolis, an archaeological site commonly identified with Emmaus of the New Testament. When Jesus was on the road to Emmaus, Jesus was on the road to Emmaus. Emmaus is a town mentioned in the Gospel of Luke of the New Testament. Luke reports that Jesus appeared after his death and resurrection before two of his disciples while they were walking on the road to Emmaus. The appearance of Jesus connected to Emmaus, connected to the valley of Ajalon. Now, going down here to Joshua's battle, the valley of Ajalon was first mentioned in the book of Joshua as where Joshua defeated 5 Amorite kings following his midnight march to rescue the city of Gibeon from the coalition led by the king of Jebus. Joshua pursued the coalition eastward down through the descent of Beth Horon and then southward across the valley of Ajalon to allow the Israelites to complete the route before nightfall. Joshua asked the Lord to lengthen the day by uttering the command, "Sun, stand thou still on Gibeon, and thou moon in the valley of Ajalon." And Joshua 10:11 through 14 records that God cooperated with Joshua's request. So the sun stood still on Gibeon, and the moon stood still in the valley of Ajalon. And it goes on to say, then, following the conquest, the city of Ajalon was apportioned to the tribe of Dan and was designated as one of the Levitical cities given to the Kohathites. Okay. Eventually, the Danites abandoned their initial inheritance in the Ajalon area and moved to the extreme northern part of Israel, settling in the city of Laish, which they renamed Dan. Okay, so the valley of Ajalon was given to the Danites. They rejected their inheritance there and moved to the northern part of Israel. And if you go here and look up the northern command of Israel, the northern command of Israel, here's the Northern Command Defense Force. It's the Northern Command Defense Force is connected to the deer. Okay, so right now Israel is trying to shield off, I think, the possibility of getting into a war with Lebanon in the northern portion of Israel with Hezbollah. Well, the Northern Command of Israel is also connected to a deer, so that's another piece of information that we should be paying attention to. Okay, how is all of this connected to deer? How all of this is connected to the buck? And Ajalon, okay, connected to the tribe of Dan. And so right now we're watching the full buck moon as it's going to be crossing out of Sagittarius. Maybe right now the moon is standing still in the valley of Ajalon. Is this the valley of Ajalon in the Bible, in the heavens? Representation of the valley of Ajalon. And the moon is moving into Capricorn, which is the constellation of the Antichrist. Ajalon is connected to the Antichrist through the tribe of Dan. And so this adds information to what we're watching right now, that over the next 18 hours, we need to remain vigilant as the moon, the full buck moon, is still moving, and it's going to remain full over the next 24 hours. It's moving into the constellation of Capricorn, the goat, which is also known as a buck, which is connected to the Antichrist, and Ajalon is also connected to the Antichrist. So just some information here that I'm finding, and I think this is very important information. I just wanted to share it with you. And as always, so many of you are seeing other things beyond this. You're getting inspired to study more, to look into things, and then all of this comes together in the comment section when people add so many details. This one comment someone made that the Houthis just struck close to Ajalon, and I think that we just have to watch everything, guys. Okay, it's all about Israel, right? Israel is God's clock. Israel is escalating right now, the Houthis in Yemen, and is this going to go into the north to Hezbollah? Is it going to connect to Iran? Where are we? We have to continue watching. Thank you, guys, for all of your support. Thank you for your comments, and let's get home together. Let's go home together. Let's continue the race as we're all watching together all of the signs, and we're helping each other understand everything. So I pray you guys are all blessed. This is Steve Fletcher with a trumpet for my people, the sign of his coming revealed.